A guy asked my best friend for her number. I grabbed her hand and said, "She's mine." Me and Tiana have been inseparable since 3rd grade. Same classes, same secrets, same everything. So when she said we needed to go all out for this frat party, I didn't question it. We pre-gamed in our dorm. Shots, a joint, more shots. We were hyping each other up in the mirror, telling each other we looked too good to be ignored tonight. By the time we got to the party, we were already wasted. Music loud, bodies everywhere, drinks in both hands. We were dancing, laughing, having the time of our lives. Then I saw him, some tall guy with a fade leaning into Tiana, smiling too hard. She was giggling, twirling her hair, giving him the eyes she usually saves for guys she actually likes. He touched her arm. My stomach flipped. Then he asked for her number. She started reaching for her phone, and before I knew what I was doing, I grabbed her hand. The guy looked at me like I was crazy. Tiana looked at me the same way. I didn't have an explanation. I just stood there holding her hand saying she's mine, like it was true. He threw his hands up and walked off. Tiana pulled me toward the door. What was that? I blamed the alcohol. She didn't buy it. I could tell by the way she kept glancing at me on the walk back, like she was trying to read my mind. We walked back to the dorm in silence, the kind of silence that's louder than talking. Soon as we got inside, she locked the door and stared at me. "So, you want to explain?" I sat on my bed, head spinning. The room was tilting. She sat across from me, waiting. I opened my mouth to make a joke and dodged the question, but what came out was the truth. "I don't know why I did that. I just saw him talking to you and I felt jealous." She laughed. "Jealous? Of what?" I didn't answer. She stopped laughing. The silence came back. Then she said something I wasn't ready for. "I used to feel the same way about you." My heart dropped. "Used to?" She shrugged. "Freshman year of high school. I thought I was in love with you. Then I convinced myself I wasn't." I couldn't breathe. She was looking at me like she was waiting for me to run, but I didn't. I said, "What if I'm feeling that now?" She didn't run either. She moved to my bed and sat next to me. "So we're really doing this right now?" I laughed. She laughed. Then we both stopped laughing because it wasn't funny anymore. "I think I'm bisexual," I said. She nodded slow. "I think I am too." We sat with that for a second. Then she smiled. "So what does this mean for us?" I didn't think. I just said it. "It means we should be together." She raised an eyebrow. "Like together, like together. She didn't say no. She leaned into me and stayed quiet for a second. Then she smiled and said, "Okay, but if we're doing this, we need a boyfriend too." I still like guys. I burst out laughing. "So we're building a throuple?" "Exactly. But he has to know the rules." "What rules?" She held up a finger. "Rule number 1, he has to know he's 3rd place. You're my number 1. He's just a bonus." I was crying, laughing. "So we're really planning this right now?" Drunk out of our minds. Best decisions happen drunk. We kept talking about what he'd look like, what he'd have to accept, and how he'd never come between us. Somewhere between all the laughing and planning our future, my eyes got heavy. Her voice got softer. The last thing I remember is her saying, "Promise me I'm your number 1 too." I whispered, "Promise." Then everything went black. I woke up remembering everything. Tiana was on her phone like nothing happened. I kept my mouth shut. A week later, she looked at me and said, "Am I still your number 1?" I forgot how to breathe.